Friends, today is a special day. A very special day. You see, this will be the very first time that I will drive a Ferrari in my YouTube channel. So guys, meet the Ferrari Roma Spyder. Let's do this. In the realm of supercars, Ferrari has always been an icon. In fact, there are those in Italy who look up to Ferrari as a religion. You see, Ferrari is more than just a car, it's more than just a car brand. Ferrari is the embodiment of passion and performance, mixing raw excitement with sublime refinement. Okay, that's enough butter for now. Now, what we have here is the Ferrari Roma Spyder, the GT successor to the Portofino. Price that, well, if you have to ask, then you can't afford it. No, but seriously though, the Roma Spyder starts at 29,500,000 Philippine pesos, with this particular unit spec'd at over 33 million Philippine pesos. Now, the Roma Spyder is the first soft-top front-engine Ferrari since the 365 GTS4 introduced in 1969. So we can easily say that expectations are high for this classic GT Roadster. The question is, can it meet those expectations? Let's find out. Here at Reagans Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. Oh yeah! Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Alright guys, so this is the first time that I'm driving a Ferrari in my YouTube channel, and it's also the most expensive car that I've driven to date. So special thanks to the good folks of Ferrari Philippines, aka Velocita Motors, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Now, I've driven the 458 Italia before, and I was surprised with just how easy it was to drive back then. You see, I went out to the Las Vegas Speedway and I did 7 laps in the 458 Italia, as you can see in this clip.
Go ahead and accelerate all the way down to that last cone on the left side. Yep. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
There you go. Yeah, and yes, it was so easy to drive. You know, the car worked with me the whole time that I was driving it, and I can say the same for this Roma Spyder. You see, despite the intimidating brand and the power that we have on tap, it is actually very easy and comfortable to drive around when you're going around in slow speeds. And yeah, that's what we're doing now. We have a speed limit inside this private community. Now, the Roma Spyder is a GT, so it combines comfort, luxury, and power in a single package. That makes the Roma Spyder the ideal Ferrari here in the Philippines because, let's face it pare, you won't even track the Roma Spyder if you're lucky enough to own one of these. Instead, you'll probably spend most of its time, driving it around country club roads, going to the golf course, or maybe parked on a 5-star hotel driveway. Unless your name is Angie King. Shout out to you, Angie! Now, if ever you decide to unleash the horses and drive the Roma Spyder like how it's meant to be driven, you can pop it in sport mode or even race mode and make full use of the 612 prancing horses under the hood. You see, it pulls hard, unleashing 761 Newton meters of torque, and it can scream all the way up to a very happy red line of 7,500 RPM. Now, dude, that is a screamer for a 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 engine. Now, for the nerds out there, 0 to 100 kph times can be done in just 3.4 seconds. and you can reach a top speed of 320 kilometers per hour. Oh yes, you can be a member of the 300 kilometers per hour club. Now, Ferrari also tuned the 8-speed F1 dual-clutch transmission to be lightning quick in sport and race modes, since this transmission is the same one that's found in the more exotic SF90 Stradale. We also have a dry sump lubrication system here, so in case you're wondering what that is, that's essentially the lubrication oil system that will help keep your car fully lubricated even if you're doing some high-speed cornering. So yeah, it's safe to say that even with this soft-top version of the Roma, the performance levels were not sacrificed in favor of its sexy and exotic look. And in that area, this Ferrari Roma Spyder beats the Roma Coupe, at least in my opinion. You see, there's something just so evocative about a soft-top Ferrari, especially with the top down. Or maybe I'm just biased towards convertibles. But anyway, this, my friends, is the most beautiful Ferrari that I've ever laid my eyes on, with strong and sexy curves that look like they belong to a concept car. See, this is a rolling work of art, although there are some design cues that depart from a traditional Ferrari. Take the headlight units, for example. You see, we have horizontal LED headlight units here versus the usual vertical headlight units that are found in previous Ferraris. Now, we also have a horizontal LED light strip here that makes it look like a futuristic concept car. And when you check out the front grille, well, yeah, it's kinda unique, to put it lightly. Well, anyway, if you put all of this together, you will see that this, my friends, is what Ferrari calls understated elegance. And I must say that they have hit a home run with this gorgeous design. Now, the understated elegance continues on here at the side. You see, we have curves that will make any man drool and proportions that are simply perfect. Now, the Roma Spyder is sexy with the top up, but drop that top and dude, the sex appeal increases tenfold. You see, this soft top can be operated in as quick as 13.5 seconds, and you can operate it up to speeds of 50 kilometers per hour. Now, for this particular spec of the Roma Spyder, we get 20-inch alloy wheels here in a classic Ferrari design, and behind those wheels, well, we get humongous steel brakes with black brake calipers. Now, if you were to ask me, well, I would spec this in stock yellow brake calipers or red, because, well, black calipers are kinda a little bit too understated for me. Now, this Roma Spyder also has adjustable damping for its sport and race settings. And if you check out the ground clearance, well, I was surprised, dude. I was surprised because this Roma Spyder has a ground clearance of 129 millimeters, which, as I told you, makes this the ideal supercar to drive around here in the Philippines. Well, as expected from a luxury GT, the Roma Spyder's cabin is wrapped in leather and soft-touch materials. See, the seats are comfortable for long and fast drives and even come with a ventilation function. Now, just like the outside, the cabin here is a work of art, seamlessly blending technology and design into one. However, though, there is just one area here which I'm not really a big fan of, which is the engine push start button. You see, the engine push start button here is a haptic control right here in the center of the steering wheel instead of a physical and traditional engine push start button. Now, there is a lot of drama when it comes to pushing that engine push start button in a Ferrari. And unfortunately for this Roma Spyder, well, we don't get to experience that. I am a big fan of the gorgeous digital gauge cluster here with that giant tachometer front and center, and of course we have this gorgeous Ferrari steering wheel here, which I do believe costs upwards of $5,000 US to tell you the truth. But anyway, we also have these large paddle shifters here, and we also have a tablet style infotainment system there with smartphone connectivity functions like CarPlay. Now, when you put this Ferrari Roma Spyder in reverse, well, you will see that we have a 360-degree view camera image, and it appears right there on the digital gauge cluster. So that makes it quite easy for this vehicle to, to reverse park. We also have a screen here on the passenger side just so that your passenger will know if he or she is already a member of the 300 kilometer per hour club. And yes, the layout is a bit of an homage to a traditional Ferrari. You see the switches here for your gear shifter is like a traditional 6-gated H pattern here. And if you look at the buttons, it could get confusing and intimidating if you're a first-time Ferrari driver. But, well, if you're used to driving Ferraris, you will see that this, my friends, is the perfect layout and the perfect cabin for the Roma Spyder. While you'll have to live with the cabin quirks of the Roma Spyder if you drive it on a daily basis, it is important to mention that the NVH of the supercar with the top up is simply superb. The insulation of the soft top that we have here is leagues away from my own Mazda MX-5 Miata, such that you would think that you're driving a hardtop coupe. The steering and handling is also something that will make you feel like you're driving a fixed-roof supercar. You see, driving around town, the ride is very composed. The steering is on the lighter side, but it is still quick, very sharp, and also very responsive. Now, despite having a rear-wheel drive system here, it would take a lot to upset the balance of this Roma Spyder. You see, you can give credit to Ferrari's Side Slip Control 6.0 for that. But more important than the numbers is the actual feeling and emotion that goes through you every time you drive the Roma Spyder. You see, this, my friends, is the stuff that car dreams are made of, and to be able to drive it comfortably on a daily basis is a privilege that only a few can enjoy. You see, I've driven the Porsche GT3 RS in the past, and I would choose this over that simply because this Roma Spyder, this is a car that you can enjoy and drive every day. It's a car that also appeals to everybody, not just the hardcore gearheads out there. Now, the rear end design of the Roma Spyder is just as sexy and as gorgeous as the design found up front. You see, we have a set of sleek LED taillight units here, which again is a departure from the usual circular taillights that can be found in other Ferraris. Now, we also have a set of quad exhaust pipes here that sounds truly glorious. And if you don't believe me, here's a sound bite. See, I told you, man, it is positively glorious. Now, this Roma Spyder also has a rear spoiler here that has a 3-stage adjustment depending on the speed you're at in order to give you the appropriate amount of downforce that you need. Now, being a grand tourer, the Roma Spyder also comes with a trunk. All right? We have a trunk here, and as you can see, this trunk space can easily accommodate a pair of overnight bags. However, it's too small though to fit a golf bag. So yeah, if you're looking at playing a round of golf with your friends, I would advise that you take your Puro Sangue instead of the Roma Spyder to the golf course. In the short time that I got to experience the Ferrari Roma Spyder, I got to see why so many people are fans of this iconic brand. The Roma Spyder is the epitome of what a true topless GT is all about. Uncompromising performance, the perfect weight distribution, a luxurious and comfortable cabin experience, all wrapped in the most seductive and beautiful Italian open-top roadster. So while it has been more than 50 years since Ferrari has released a soft-top front-engine rear-wheel drive supercar, we can all agree that the good folks at Maranello have not lost their touch. Thanks for watching.